Hey guys, welcome to the first video in the Lotto or 9MD Studios setup process. We're going to get you a little bit familiarized with your platform that your business is built upon and talk to you a little bit more about the features, the quirks, and all the different aspects of your business platform and really how easy it is to use. Now, your website is built upon the Lotto or 9MD Studios platform. This decision isn't just a run-of-the-mill sort of decision. We use supplier sales data to find exactly which platform we want to build your business on. If our suppliers are supplying 500 different fashion brands and they find that 300 of these fashion brands are selling very, very well, they find out what their platforms are and they tell us, and we're able to pass that information as an aggregate onto you as our client. So if we're finding that these brands are doing really well on a specific platform, we'll let you guys know and we'll build your business on that platform as well. And so if you're watching this video, that means your business is built on the Lotto platform. That means that your business is one that uses visual appeal to a very high extent. Images, videos, and a lot of customer engagement. And this platform is really built for all of that, as I'm going to get into in a little bit. Of course, if you have any questions about anything that I mentioned in this video, you can reach out to your store managers, you can reach out to your mentors. You should have a lot of points of contact. In getting started, we're going to get started with this top black bar right here. This is the home page. This is going to take you back to that site where you can see how many websites you have. Now, if you bought multiple websites or from our vendors, you're going to see them all right here. You're going to see that up here as well, that the publish button is fogged out. You can't click it. And when you hover over it, it asks you to reach out to the site administrator right there. What this means is that you're looking at a trial version of your website. You need to sign up for some kind of a plan. Now this is with every single platform, no matter where you go. Magenta, WordPress, Shopify. It doesn't matter. They all have plans that you need to purchase. Same thing with Lotto. We do provide a 7-day free trial, and you can use that trial to really familiarize yourself even more so with the platform itself. But once you do sign up to a plan, this publish button will become bright. You'll be able to publish your website and you'll be able to go live, get in front of your customers, and start selling. The preview button lets you see the website without all the toolbars on the side. It takes out the editor, so you're able to kind of scroll through it as if you were a customer yourself. You can also view that here. So if you want to view the desktop version, you're doing that right now. If you want to edit the tablet version, you can hit this button right here, and it'll show you the tablet version. And you can hit the mobile version, and you can start editing the mobile version. If you want to preview it, you can go ahead and hit preview. It'll take out the toolbars, and you can start scrolling through it. You can see the iPhone preview, the Android preview, rotate the preview so if someone were to be on your phone this way. And when we build your website, we make sure that it's already optimized on all three devices, on desktops, on mobile devices, as well as on tablets. So we make sure that everything looks good, looks pristine, and you're ready to start selling. Now, right here, you're going to see this HTML side. You don't need to worry about this unless you know HTML and you're good at coding, you're confident in your coding skills. You can go ahead and, you can knock yourself out. Everything on this platform you can code, you can customize. The picture there was, the picture got a little bit, as you can see, the picture got blurry. I'll show you guys how to fix that. Actually, that's good, so we can get into that a little bit later. You can undo changes, you can forward changes. This is where you want to make sure that all your changes are being saved. So you don't need to hit publish every time you make a change. You just want to make sure that the check mark shows up. That means your changes were saved. And this happens automatically. So your website is being auto-saved. So as you can see, the images got a little blurry. Let me go ahead and show you how easy it is to change an image. I just deleted both of those images. If I want to add an image, all of these images are stock images. These are images that we provide you. You can search for more images, and these are free to use. So you're free to use any of the images that we provide onto your website. I'm going to go ahead and add more. Since I'm obviously, this is a fashion brand, let's just search fashion. And we'll be able to see all the other ones that are in and under the fashion search. So all of these are free to use. I'm just going to go ahead with this one right here. I'm going to add, it's going to automatically format the image to fit within the slideshow. And as you can see up here, all the changes were saved. So there you go, it's saved to fit within that slideshow. Information, you can use this to see more info and tools. You can do a search to search the editor for different features if you don't want to go through the entire searching process on this side. But getting over to this side, design tab, you don't need to worry about beginning because this is global design. This doesn't affect what's on the page. So this is the home page as it says right here. What you change here will affect your entire website. In other words, it'll affect all of the pages: the shop, about, lookbook, visit us, contact, blog. What if you change something in here, it'll change your entire website. You can also access all your pages here. I forgot to mention this, but all of your pages are going to be here, as well as obviously in your main menu. We're going to get into this a bit later. So if I want to go to the shop page, I can use that and I can see the shop page. All the products are going to load here. This is a search bar to search for different products. Now this is a collection page, so we divided the products on this store into two collections: work and evening. But you can play around with that. You can set it up however you like. So going back to the home page, you don't need to worry too much about design because, like I mentioned, we already covered this. We already made it so that it is already set up for you. Of course, later on, as your store grows, as you release new collections, as the seasons change, you'll want to add things, you'll want to change things up to reflect the holidays, to reflect the season, to reflect the time. Under pages, this is where you can also see all of your different pages. You can rename pages here. You can hide them in the navigation. You can duplicate pages. You can work on their SEO. You can set passwords so only certain people who have the password can enter that page. You can add new pages using this, and you can add new pop-ups. So if someone's a first-time visitor, and we're going to get into this a little bit later in this video, but if someone's a first-time visitor and you want to present them with the chance to get 50% off for their email, you can use this pop-up. So you can create a pop-up allowing customers to get a 50% off their first purchase in exchange for their email. It's a really great way to start building an email list, start gathering that data, and start doing the sales funnels. We're going to get into that a little later, but that's all marketing automation. Once you get that set up, hands off, and this platform is going to run itself. Continuing in the process, down here we have the widget section. This is where we start getting into editing this website. Editing this website is all drag and drop. It's really that simple. This number up here is a stock number. If you have a number for your website, so for your business, you literally just click on that. Oh, that's not even a number. Type in a number. You can click away and all the changes, well, there's saving changes and all changes saved. That's it. So if you want to change anything, you can literally click on that cube or click on that area. You can change those things around. If you want to add things, so this is a spacer right here. Let's just get rid of that. There you go. You want to get rid of this image, just click on the X, the image is gone. Simple. And if you want to add things, you can just open the widget. Maybe I want to add the image above. So I can go ahead, add the image above. I can go ahead, click add image. It's going to load all the stock images. Now you don't have to use stock images. Obviously, if you have your own, you can upload your own images as well. But if you want to use the stock images, you're more than free to. And there you go. Image added just like that. If you want to customize the space between this, so if you want to move this down a little bit and you don't want to add more words, all you need to do, take the spacer, let's put that right there, and you can customize exactly how far down you want to send it, how far up you want that button to be, all of that good stuff. It's super easy to do, and there's a lot of widgets. Just to walk through a few. Text, it's pretty self-explanatory. This is a text widget. This is a text widget. Images is pretty obvious. Icons, you're looking at icons down here. So these are all icon widgets. These ones, and this one. These are all preloaded icons, so you don't need to go to Google. You don't need to find transparent images. We have all of them set up for you, so it's super easy to build. You can add a map to your website. If I go into the Visit Us page, just like that, here's the map. So this is what it would look like. So if you have a store, if you have a physical retail location, or for a lot of you, your supplier will be able to provide you their address, and you're allowed to use their address as your store's address as well. So if a customer is wanting a return, or if they're wanting, where the product is being shipped out from, you can use your supplier's address, and you can put that in here. So it'll make your store stand out above the rest. Going back into widgets, you can see there's image sliders. This is basically a slideshow, click to call, a button. This is, we had these in the home page. This is basically, just shop now, click now. You can customize buttons. You can customize them to go to link to any page. These are all the basics: large title, small title. This would be a large title. This would be a large title. You can upload files. So if you want to upload a PDF that customers can download by going onto your website, this right here, add lists, add more columns. So this is a 2-column row. This is also a 2-column row. If you want to add a 3-column row or a 4-column row, it's super easy to do. If you want to set up a countdown, maybe for Black Friday or for a really big sale that's coming up, or maybe for a really big holiday, you can do that as well. You can add a table, or you can add even a Google Calendar. If you want copyright text and image, you can add different tabs, accordion. This is all there for you to play with. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. You can add things, you can check things out, you can delete them. It's super easy. All you have to do is hover over it and just click delete. You can do it this way as well. You can click, if you can't reach that X sometimes, you can just click on it, click on the settings, and hit delete that way. And it'll just reformat everything to make it look nice again in one column. So it's super easy. It's really easy. It's a drag and drop builder, and there's a lot of features. If you want to let people know that they can pay via PayPal, if you want to collect people's emails, if you want to put up Yelp reviews, if you want to put up your business hours, if you want to put up your Twitter feed, right here. So as you upload your Twitter, as you update your Twitter, it'll update on your website as well, and people can check that out. If you want to add WhatsApp, if you're selling internationally, if you're selling in Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, in that area, or even in South Korea, having a WhatsApp is super important on your website, because those areas use WhatsApp a lot when it comes to e-commerce. And of course a lot more other different widgets that you can use, and we're adding and updating and upgrading these monthly. So as new ones come out, we'll definitely pass that information off to you guys, so you're able to know exactly what's new. Content, this is where all your images are uploaded. So if instead of using one of our stock images, you want to use your own, it'll show up here. So you're able to have a library of just your images that you uploaded. Personalized, this is where we can get into a little bit more about, having those pop-ups that I mentioned, having special promotions that you can have for, like, using the countdown widget. You can have a notification bar, so if there's a first-time visitor, like here, you can notify them of a special sale that's happening. If they're a returning visitor, you can thank them for coming back. You can do all these different things, and your mentors will get into exactly how you can utilize all of these different features to really get your customers to keep on buying and keep them coming back and buying again. This store tab we're going to get into in the next video. This is a whole different section in and of itself. Blog, this is again self-explanatory. It's important to have a blog if you're trying to really personally connect with your customer, if you're trying to resonate with your customer, and provide content, engaging information for your customer. A lot of the suppliers are more than happy to provide you with this. So if you want to reach out to your supplier and ask them if they can cover your blog for you, that should be perfectly fine. And back again in the settings, this is where you can set up your favicon. This is what shows up on the Google Chrome tab, this little image, and it's pretty self-explanatory. The site URL, so once your website is published, you'll be able to come up here and choose any URL that you want. You'll be able to make sure that it's available, and you'll be able to set it up and go live with that URL. So this is where you do that. Site SEO, we have all of this done for you. You don't really need to worry about any of these other things. The 404 page is if someone visits a page that doesn't exist, it'll show them the 404 page, and you can customize that. So you can either have that linking back to your home page or anywhere else. But that's really it. That is the entire Lotto platform. It's super easy to use. It's a drag and drop builder. This is the button, by the way, that which was in the widgets. You can add more buttons. You can change the size of the button. You can make it, longer if I want to. I will just refresh that, but right here, and I went back to that page. Oh, because that button took me to the shop page. If I was gonna click this button, yeah, it'll take me to the shop page. But it's just gonna save that. There we go. We've done a lot of the work for you already, but it's really good to familiarize yourself, to understand a little bit more about the platform, play around with it a little bit, get familiar with it. Social media links down here in the footer. You can take some out. So if you're not on LinkedIn, you can take that out. If you're on LinkedIn, you can go ahead, click on that. You can use any, so if you're on Twitter, email, YouTube, Yelp, Pinterest, Vimeo, Google, I don't even know what that is, to be honest. If you have an RSS feed, and you can add all of your links here so that customers can engage with you on social media. You can also change up the design. So if you don't like that layout and say you want, more colorful layouts, you go ahead, click on that, it'll make it colorful. It's super easy to use. You can customize the size of the icons. You can make them bigger, you can make them smaller. It's, again, I recommend that you get onto your website. You should have it by now. Follow along in this tutorial and start doing things on your own. Start playing around with the buttons. Start playing around, adding new widgets around the place, playing around with things. It won't hurt because, again, you can undo changes, but it'll get you familiar. So as you grow your business, as you get a lot more customers landing on your website, you can start playing around with things and really interacting with your customers in a much more effective way. But with that being said, guys, in the next video, we're going to start talking about your store, talking about your products, how you set that up, how you can accept payments so you can start getting paid, and getting into all that really good stuff. So until then, take it easy.